Hello, and welcome to Deltek Costpoint's payroll year-end closing process for creating and editing W-2s. By the end of this video, you will know the steps involved to process W-2s. We will review the preparation needed before creating W-2s and discuss W-2 creation and how to make adjustments to W-2s. We will finish with the frequently asked questions section. The CYE regulatory update will be released sometime in December. Please note that the dates used in this video may reflect previous or future years. Once you have closed the payroll year, you can prepare for and create your W-2s. Before we begin creating W-2s, we need to verify the setup of certain screens first. Under People, Payroll, Payroll Controls, select Manage Pay Type Taxability. If you have a pay type that should be reported in Box 11 of the W-2, make sure that this box is checked before creating the W-2s. Box 11 is for non-qualified plan distributions. Verify that any deductions needing to be reported in Box 12 of the W-2 have been linked with the correct deduction type in the deduction screen. Select Manage Deductions under Deductions. By assigning the correct deduction type, Costpoint knows where and how to code the deduction when W-2s are created. Also, check the Employer-Sponsored Health Coverage checkbox if that particular deduction will be tracked under the Employer-Sponsored Health Plan. Make sure that any deductions which you would like to report in Box 14 of the W-2 have been linked in this Federal tab section seen here. You will need to specify which line of Box 14 you would like it to appear. Box 14 is for informational purposes only and is not required. Under People, Employee Payroll Information, select Manage Employee Taxes. Before creating W-2s, you will want to make sure that any employee who participates in a qualified pension plan has the Retirement Plan Covered checkbox checked. Next, you will want to verify that your local taxes are set up correctly. Under People, Payroll, Local Taxes, select Manage Local Taxes. You should note that the New Jersey, New York, and Ohio specific fields will not be available unless the state code is NJ, NY, or OH. Now we move to the Recompute Taxable Wages screen. Under Payroll Utilities, select Recompute Taxable Wages. You may need to run this utility because the deduction or pay type's taxability was set up incorrectly, which would result in the taxable wages being wrong. If needed, this utility should definitely be run before creating W-2s. This utility will recompute taxable wages in the employee earnings table. It is important to note that this may cause a discrepancy in previously reported wages to the government agencies, and you may need to file a correction with them. Since the reviewing of data is complete, we can create the W-2s. This can be done by going to Year-End Processing and selecting Create W-2 Table. This screen uses the employee earnings tables as its source for creating information. You may only create for one taxable entity at a time. You may choose to create for all employees, or you may select a range. You may even use the Employee Non-Contiguous Ranges subtask to select a non-contiguous employee range after first checking the non-contiguous checkbox. Be sure to label your Box 14 lines before creating the W-2s. If you are creating W-2s for the state of New Jersey, be sure to make the correct selections in the New Jersey reporting area. You may create W-2s as often as necessary. However, any prior edits will be lost unless you make permanent edits by entering Z records into the Manage Employee Earnings History screen. Please remember that you must enter Z records into the correct payroll year. Therefore, a pay period with the previous payroll year must be opened before you enter Z records. Please note that in order to create W-2s when information already exists in the Manage W-2 screen, you must check the Recreate W-2s checkbox. After the Create W-2 process is run, you may go into the Manage W-2 screen and review and edit data. Under Year-End Processing, select Manage W-2s. Remember, if you choose to recreate the W-2s, all edits done in this screen will be lost. The box numbers correspond exactly to the box numbers on the W-2 forms. Company information is taken from the General Ledger's Configure Company Information screen. Employee information is taken from the Manage Employee Information screen. Boxes 1 through 11 come directly from the Manage Employee Earnings History screen. Box 12 is a combination from Manage Employee Earnings History and the deduction type found in the Manage Deduction screen. State information will appear in the State subtask. Locality information will reside in the Local subtask. State disability insurance for the employees portion appears in boxes 18, 19, and 20 and should have been processed as a local tax. If an employee has more than one withholding state, they will receive multiple W-2s. All federal information will be reported on the first W-2, and additional W-2s will contain information for each state or locality.
In Create W-2 Table screen, an option to print W-2C or W-2 corrections is now available. Select this option if you are processing Form W-2C records. It can only be created if a W-2 record exists for the payroll year, taxable entity, employee, tax service group ID. W-2C records can be viewed and edited on Manage W-2C screen. You can also add new records, retrieve, view, or edit existing W-2Cs in this screen.
Here you will find a list of frequently asked questions. Please review them at your leisure. Simply pause the video to read and then press play to resume the video. We hope that they will help with your year-end closing process for W-2 creation. However, if you have any questions, Costpoint Customer Care is ready to assist. Call our customer care number at 877-457-7765. We hope you found this video informative and helpful. Thank you for attending Deltek Costpoint's year-end closing process for payroll.